The green light goes on for a very important afternoon of action here at the Spanish Grand Prix for MotoGP at the circuit de Jerez Angelito as well for the Estrella Garcia 0.0 Spanish Grand Prix. Conditions are good out here as well. Air temperature 20 degrees. Track temperature 35 degrees, that's all in Celsius. 2 km/h wind speed blowing in from the northeast. 43% humidity as well. And we're heading out onto the circuit as well. Brand new timing tower to get used to throughout this weekend. MotoGP have finally made the change. We will be adjusting the data as we go in terms of best lap time and last lap time. So stay with us while we get used to our brand new systems up here in the commentary box. It certainly is new and it certainly is entertaining as well to see what we've got hold of. So, just to explain how the new system works, you get the positions, then you get the riders, then you get where they are in terms of Q1 or Q2, now in the same page, not shifting along. Then we'll get the riders' numbers, then we'll get their best lap time delta, so the time they've done their best lap, and the lap they did it on. We will then have the gap between top and bottom. That will change in between as well, because we will have in the races the intervals between each rider. In the practice sessions, it's the gap between first position. Then we have the last lap time delta, along with what lap they did it on, their top speeds and their tyre data. And we are working on getting the sector times up as well, just alongside us, so that we can flick between the two across this next few moments of qualifying. Well, this is pre-qualifying session as well here for practice. It's a full hour we get out here on the circuit to see exactly who's hot and who's not. As we see Miguel Oliveira, the 29-year-old Portuguese rider, riding on, looking quite strong actually, Oliveira right now, on the Trackhouse Aprilia entry. It's a bit cold in this commentary box, if you're wondering why I'm shivering a bit too much as well. That's why I've popped a hoodie on in between the two sessions. Get in touch, let us know where you're watching from, and if you like the new Delta screens. I must admit, I'm still umming and ahhing over them. I think it takes up a lot more of the screen, doesn't it? That's one thing that I'm finding out. And I know at the bottom it's still black. That's because we're still unsure whether or not we are going to have the race control data, because nothing's been told to us about that yet. So we're unsure. But this might just be a temporary new screen before they give it back at some point in the future. But this is what we've got to work with this weekend. This is the live timing we've got this weekend. This is the live timing we're going to work with throughout. And it's Maverick Vinales with the first lap time on the board, a 1:38.469. And it's Bezzecchi, Marc Marquez. Look at Brad Binder. The timing screen's changing every second. It is a lot smoother than what we've had in the past. And another good factor in this as well is that we have the tyre information now more accurate. You can tell who's out there on a new set of tyres. So for instance, we've got a new front medium and rear medium 2-lap-old tyres for Jorge Martin, but we've got old soft for 22 laps old on for Danny Pedrosa, and rear mediums are 22 laps old. So we get to see exactly how old the tyres are and what's a new tyre and an old tyre. So that's impressive data. And we are going to have we're working on it. I just need to get down to actually get to it, to have the sector times alongside as well. So bear with us as we go for it as well. So the first half up to the timings where they go 0.1, that is their best lap times. Then you'll see there's a very dark line sort of down the centre. Can you see it? It's thicker than normal. That then gives us the last lap time delta, how many laps they've done, and what top speed they were, and then the tyre data as well. So that's how it's all working out alongside the screens as well. Tofi says, all the way in South Africa. Hello, new screen looks decent. It's getting a lot to get used to. We didn't get told about this until yesterday. Literally, we logged on and saw it changed, and I went ballistic because they changed it mid-season. Then we've actually got to have a look at it in practice. And it could do with some tweaks. For instance, it could be in full screen. It could actually be less wasted space around the names and actually make sure that we all get everyone on without having to minimise. But I think actually it's a decent improvement on what we had, but I would still rather have better. as well. So there's still improvements that need to be made from Dorna's side. Right, what I'm now going to do, though, is something that is probably not going to work, and it's going to be completely stupid, and I've got to do it live on air. So I apologise if I'm ducking down at any point, because what I have to do is control and paste and get the sector deltas that everybody wants to see up on the screen. And what that requires me to do is have absolutely no patience whatsoever with myself, because it is insanely difficult to get the sector times operational, including their last lap times. I just realised are there. So I need to sort of minimise everything but keep the tyre deltas. So you'll see exactly how annoying it's about to become as I remove the sector delta timing informations. So if that's the last lap times, I have to put that there. So this is now basically what is going to become of the screen. Okay, that's okay. So I'll show it to you now. So we have this screen, and then if I press this, we have the sector times. See, I was working on it. Maybe some heading and sector times, but otherwise I like it. Yeah, the heading's still a bit of a mystery. I'm going to work on this after the session, because if we don't have any race control messages, I'm going to get the headings in just above as well, and then drop everything down. Because I don't know if that black screen at the bottom is where the race control message is coming up. I don't know as well. But there's the sector times, and we can see and change them throughout the session as well. But they do look a bit weird, don't they? But yeah. Look at Oliveira moving up the order as well. So we can now to and fro with the data screens. Oh, and already a crasher. And that is one of the VR46s. Marco Bezzecchi has gone down in the first sector. So it's turn one as well. So it's right up there at the first corner. Let's take a look. Oh, he's turned in. The front's dipped away. And because it's such a deep gravel trap here as well, it sort of just, it hurts quite quick. And, oh, another one down. Ralph Fernandez has crashed at turn 13. That's the penultimate corner. That's the Lorenzo, last corner. Well, Ralph Fernandez is having it all now. Is it me? Oh, that was a bit of a biggie. So there's more crashes happening now than what we've seen before. See, look how he did it. Oh, he's lost it on entry. Again, gravel trap is so close here. It just sort of swoops you in. It doesn't give you time to change it all around. I'm now just desperately trying to find some good stream swipes. So give us a second, everyone. It's the tech wipe I want. I'm trying to do several things at once. We're in MotoGP, it's sort of a ready feel, isn't it? We haven't got like a tech wipe for that. So I'm trying to do some clever stuff, but it's not working on me. Give me 1 second. Oh, another one down, and that is going to be the race winner from last time out. Maverick Vinales has crashed at the exit of turn 1. He's dropped the front. He's going to pick the bike up and get it going. But that is another incident at the back half of the circuit. That's 2 already in this first session. That counts towards the overall practice times. He's got it going again, so full credit to him. That's going to be the same, though. It's just going to be like a drop on the deck at the front. Yeah, exactly that. Mid-corner, turns in, and loses it actually on the curb. I've never seen that one before. So he lost it on the curb, and it all sort of just faded away from him. That is a bit of a surprise, that one. That would have caught him unaware. Caught me. I wouldn't have expected that. Right. So now, if I press this, the timing returns to normal. Yeah. Excellent. So we can open and close that throughout the broadcast. Okay. Okay. This is going well. This is going well to have 2 Delta screens open at once. Okay. It's going to be, they call it titivating, isn't it? Just making sure it's all right. That's exactly what we're going to have to do throughout this opening parts of the session, just to make sure everything works. Otherwise, it's going to be a total mess. Official info. Lap time cancelled for the 31 due to yellow flag. So they are coming up, but they're coming up in a screen at the bottom left. So they're not coming up on the monitor, which means I can remove that. Right, you're going to see me do this live on air now. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Right, hello. Right, literally, this is what we're doing. This is what Dawn have done to us. Live analysis, live on air. Right, so we need to move that. And move that. If you know I'm doing this, I've zoomed in on OBS a lot. So it's like I am literally right there. And it should automatically sort of like that. So it's not that bad, actually. There we go. And now I select them all and pop them down to the bottom. I never know when that is, though. There. And now, look, it gives us the room at the top to play. So now I can hopefully... see what I mean about post rider and all that lot. It doesn't give us the greatest manoeuvrability. Well, it gives us enough, doesn't it? How is that? Is that all right? I don't know. I think some timings could be improved upon. How does the sector one look? Actually, I don't know. I think that looks all right. What does everyone else think? I think that looks okay. I mean, we can grey out a little bit with the Poss and Rider later on and get a little bit more creative. But what does everyone think? Yeah? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Gives it all a change around? Yeah, I'm not happy with that. It's a bit of a... It needs some work. It does need some work. I'll admit that. Take away that a second. Yeah, there's a couple of bits that don't quite match, don't there? So they needed some work. Okay. We will adjust. And there's a replay of everything else. It doesn't show fast lap time when showing sector times. No, it doesn't. It shows the last lap time. Yeah. Because that's what the sector will go on. So when I open up the sector times like this, it's showing us the sector. So when this screen's open, you've got sector 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got the time they've done on that lap. So what all the sectors run up, that goes to their lap times. That's why we're not going to have it on all the time, otherwise no one will know exactly what the top times are. So that's their lap time that they've previously done. For instance, Brad Binder's about to come across the line. He's in he's top in sector 4. And so his lap time on the last run was a 1:37.242. His lap time now is a none. Hasn't improved. That's not mine, that's the Deltas. Ah, look, Digitonio, 1:37.487. That's his new fastest lap and his best lap time. Yeah, it's going to take some time, isn't it, to get used to this Dorna format. It doesn't exactly make complete sense, if I'm honest. It's going to require some work, and we'll get it sorted. So we'll go to and fro from that one at the moment. Do you know, it's annoying me. It is. I'm a perfectionist, how can you tell? It's really annoying me. So that one's fine. It's this. I don't like how much info it's not giving. Do you know what I mean? So I am going to hopefully adjust that. God, it's so annoying, this thing. It never gives you what it wants to. It always has a pain and a paddy. Right, so it's like that, isn't it? Look, that's smoother, isn't it? This is what Dorna do to you during a live session, everyone. They change your entire systems without telling you. So let's move that up. Like that. And I'll zoom everything in later. Oh, actually, I suppose I could do it now. It's not going to that much, is it? Hang on a second. Bear with, bear with. There. And there. Oh dear, what's happened there?
Yeah, I still think Vinales might have had enough for him.
there. And there's that. Why did it all now look like it's not in line? But, oh, do you know what I mean? About you start playing around with it and then it doesn't go all exactly 100% to plan. When did it go wrong? Okay. Something's gone wrong somewhere. I'm going to stop messing around with that. It works for now. Danny Pedrosa still down in 22nd position at the moment. I can't work out what's wrong with it on the deltas. Yeah, I'm going to stop messing around with that for now. Oh, I know what's wrong. Okay, cool. I hate this new screen. It doesn't... I would love it. Do you know what I would love? Customizable. Not like how MotoGP... Sorry, Formula 1 is Team Viewer. Love it if we had that. Danny Pedrosa out of the last corner. Gives it the welly. Will he go faster? Yes. Improves up to 16th position. Still not inside the Q2 cutoff. But it's amazing to see Danny actually on a bike after his accident a couple of weeks ago. So it's good to see Pedrosa running. We've had a few worries in total. Front wing fender for Danny Pedrosa. Just like it's like an aero front cover over the grate with some noselets in. So it's basically a nose wing with nostrils coming through it as well. Not a bad look, actually. Right, I'm going to adjust all that later on in the broadcast after the session. And hopefully, eventually, we'll get it right. Ideally, I need Megan in here to take over for a second, but she's busy working. Because then I can adjust and get it all right. Because this is driving me up the wall. Like, for instance, yeah, look, you see, it's there. It's like, why is that now shoved up here when it's not needing to be? It's a bit... It's not overwhelming, it's just confusing why none of it wants to work with each other anymore. Because it did before, and now it doesn't. And now there's like very weird gaps between them. And they're exactly the same size. So they should be level across the board. And it's bugging me it's not. It's a very bizarre timing screen. We'll get it right. We will adjust. I think what it needs is numerous things pasted together. But the problem is, you don't get long after. There's no practice starts after the session either, so we might just cut it afterwards. If we have a quick off, I might be able to change it for the next session. If anyone remembers what the next session is. Bagnaia looking strong, coming across the line. And goes from 8th, stays 8th, 137.397 across him, so he's not improving there. Martin P6, Vinales P10. Quick one run through for everyone listening in on the radio as Martin goes second. It's Brad Binder fastest, 136.794. Jorge Martin is second, Pedro Acosta's third, Marc Marquez is fourth, Alex Marquez fifth, Franco Morbidelli sixth, Aleix Spargo is seventh, Pecco Bagnaia is eighth, Fabio Di Giannantonio ninth, and Maverick Vinales. That rounds out the top 10 in this session. Oh, it's all a mess. I know. I can't just sort of turn the camera off, but yeah. Actually, I've just had a wonderful idea. I hope it still works, because no one's on. So I can bring you down to eye level, adjust it all while still doing the commentary. If I do this correctly. Because it is annoying, isn't it? Let's face it. Bagnaia is up in that first sector delta time. I'll show you. It's a 24.151. So has that advantage to seek in and see what he can do. And fingers crossed, it's going to be an important session for him as well. As we'll just pop this up over the board, and I can then sit down for a second and we can get in on the rest of the session. There we go. And then, hi. See? Now I can sit down as Bagnaia does a... What did he jump to? 1:37.245 on that last lap time. Jumps to 7th. Morbidelli stays in 6th position as well. Right, shall we adjust this timing screen because it's being a pain. It's not being nice, is it, to anyone? And it's annoying everybody. So let's improve it and clean it up. So a lot of improvement still to come in this session. By no means is it nearly over. There's such a lot to do in a MotoGP session like this. And the delta times just keep on improving. Oh my God, it's driving at the wall, this thing. Yeah, so the delta times just keep on improving. Sector by sector. Lorenzo Salvadori, by the way, in last position, has a huge advantage over the rest of the field at the moment because, of course, he has tested a lot more recently at the Sepang test than the other wildcard riders, who didn't get much of a chance during a bit of a curtailed session, what we had back in Sepang. So just keep that very much in mind. As a few more delta times coming through. Right, okay, now we're getting to the business of action now, to which we will be able to keep hold of our information. Somebody just message Dorna for me and just tell them I absolutely hate they've done this mid-season. Aleix Espargaro, P8 at the moment, improving on the deltas. Yes, that's the ticket. Now it all looks a little bit more, I hate to say normal, but it's not looking as ridiculous. So I suppose it's actually all working quite well. It is all weird though, this diamond screen. Just trying to have a look. Oh, perfect. Whole timing screen now, by the way, is going to change when you see this. I've actually got it so it's a bit more nicer to view, and it's not like a complete insanity march that we had last time. Right, now I just need to get the sectors, and all will be good. So give us one moment, and I'll be right with you for the session. But I'm doing this for you at home, because that's what we are. Alternative coverage, giving you the best access around to see this season in full. Right, where's that last sector delta? Here it is. Move that over. To include, of course, as I said, the last position. Oops, I thought somebody... Yes, someone had gone down. I was thinking the same thing. Someone throwing it on the deck. Not sure who, though. Can't quite hear on the back of my monitor. But yellow flag sector 3. Again, not telling me on the monitor. Maverick Vinales, 9th. Stays 9th. 1:37.518. Marco Bezzecchi with the fastest middle sector of anybody so far. Oh, there we go. It's Fabio Quartararo. Fabio Quartararo has gone down on the deck, and he seems to be okay, which is a good news story for us, I suppose. There we go. So what's the difference that we've been meaning to look at? Is there anyone that like we need to go, oh, big emergency there to go, yeah, it's a bit off the pace, bit off the mark. Seems to me that everything should be a-okay. Give me one more second. And the timing screen should now be fully fixed. There we go. How does that look? Yes. That's the ticket. There we go. Oh, and my camera didn't move. Typical. Even though I selected it to move, my camera didn't move. Et voila. Hi Josh, happy for Hulkenberg. Getting a contract driving Sauber and as well. Good move. Good, very good move. Very good move indeed. Okay. That works, doesn't it, for everyone? Yeah. Yeah. We can then adjust the sector times in and out each time we don't need them. In fact, I want sector times as a hotkey, because there you go, look. Bar, da, da, ba. Yes. I think that'll work nicely for the battle screen. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. And now you can see who's doing good and bad on lap times as well. So it was Quartararo, pushed hard for something. Yamaha's going to 17th position. That's on the blog below us. Danny Pedrosa back again for the KTM, looking good. Marco Bezzecchi looking very, very quick actually. 2 tenths down. So is Alex Marquez. They're both going to improve. Alex stops 4 tenths. Bezzecchi goes up into 9th position, however. 1:37.334. So gets that lap time back across it. So, I think... Oh, why is that now doing it? Who else? Okay, I thought I had it. I don't. Hang on. Now I do. I hate this new monitor. It looks good in parts, and then it just really annoys you in others. Look at that, I've got around on his last lap time, 12 minutes. That's because he was into the pit lane. So, best lap time, yeah, you can see it. So that's the best time is the first one, and it's the last time, the second one. At what point do I say it sort of works? It sort of gives more information than what the other timing screen did. Just a bit better, isn't it? But I wish it was full screen. Anyway, there we go. Hope everyone's enjoying it. Full on throttle. As they continue to go down. Red sector's coming up now for Alex Marquez. So there's a... Oh, now come on! How's that fair? It's like I can't win. Oh, Alex down! Alex Marquez is down! I was just saying about him having a red sector, and he's dropped it at the last corner at turn 13. The Jorge Lorenzo hairpin, and he's dropped it on entry, so he turns in, and the front buckles away from him mid-corner, and down he goes like a sack of spuds. Not the greatest of corners. Doubly annoying as, look at Marquez, 28.974, fastest of all in that third sector. Quicker than Aleix Spargo was as well. So, yeah, he had the deltas to improve it. There's a 42% chance of rain. Lap time cancel for the 32 due to yellow flag. Is the official information I just flashed up on the monitor? Really annoyed you can't see that back at home, but the blogs will help, I suppose. It's partially cloudy at the moment. So, yeah, okay, they've stabilised. I think Sauber and Audi are trying to push for Sainz Hulkenberg lineup, but it'll depend on Sainz's decision. Sainz is off to Red Bull to replace Perez. That's what I've heard. Even though he did want Audi, Sainz is off to Red Bull to replace Perez. If anything, to sign that second seat at Audi, look to either Sebastian Vettel or Mick Schumacher. That's my personal input on the two situations there. Okay, one good thing I do like about this timing tower, though, is the fact that we can finally have the sectors that we can just drop in and out and not have to go to the battle screen all the time, which keeps us inside what we're allowed to do. So it's perfect. Brad Binder fastest, 1:36.794. If you're just joining us, we're half an hour into the 1 hour session. That determines the running order for Q1 and Q2 for the Spanish Grand Prix. There's going to be a bit of a difference to the coverage this weekend, not just the timing towers, but on Sunday, Megan will be in this commentary box where I am, but I will not. I will be trackside at Donington Park. I'll be covering the opening round of the British Touring Car Championship, and in between their 3 races is the MotoGP race. We will be covering that race live. Moto2 and Moto3 will not be live this weekend, I hate to say. That will air on tape delay on Monday evening. As well, probably late evening, so just a heads up for that. So Monday evening tape delay for Moto3 and Moto2. That's because there's just no one around to cover it because we are live for touring cars. So the MotoGP will be coming from a racetrack, not the same racetrack, but Donington Park, which is a former MotoGP host. So yeah, we might even get up to the Melbourne hairpin and get there, but I doubt it. Probably the outskirts of that. And Danny Pedrosa has crashed at turn 2 and he's ended up in the barrier. So Pedrosa going for a little bit of a lunge down on the circuit there. Turns in, downhill part, and yeah, just drops the front. Oh, and it's a nasty one actually as well. Not a lot of runoff there, but he does a little barrel roll and he's okay. The bike, however, looks to be a write-off. Wonder if they'll have to red flag it if that air fence is damaged. I won't be too surprised if that's the case. Remember, we've had red flags in the past at this circuit because the air fence gets damaged. But Pedrosa just now walking away. Looks to be, fingers crossed, okay. I do, actually, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Why didn't they bring this in at the start of the year? That's my question. Martin's got a lap time cancel. Why didn't they bring this timing tower graphic in at the start of the year, when it would have made the most sense for everyone, and everyone could have actually, oh, I don't know, had a good time to actually keep it? It boggles the mind, it really does. Because I would have liked this time entire during pre-season testing, to be fair. Would have been a lot more interesting for people to watch other than just random repeats of stuff throughout it as well. No, look, I'm going to have to switch cameras here because I've been standing up quite a lot, so give me 1 second while I have to do this live on air and change camera. Right, here we go. Hello. Let's sit down, shall we? Oh, needed that. Let's move that heater out the way. Right, what's the YouTube chat saying? What are you lot talking to me about over here in the box as I just move that, angle it nicely? So, what have we got? Thanks to Red Bull, I would love it, and since he's in the peak period of his F1 career, he needs to be in the top team to have a chance to win races. Also mentioned about Theo Pocher as well. Had a great IndyCar debut at Long Beach, finished 11th, started 22nd on the grid. Not looking great for David Malukas. Malukas still injured as far as I know, but we talked about this on the Grid Tonight show. If you haven't seen it, go watch the Grid Tonight show. There's something up that we don't know about still, so yeah, keep them peeled. Brad Binder, 6 tenths down at the moment, but he's fastest overall, the South African. 1.1 seconds off in that last lap time. This is a perfect example of what it is now. So his last lap time was a 1:37.950. His best lap time is a 1:36.794. This is what we've been asking actually from MotoGP for a while, to actually show us the previous lap times and not just have it different. So, I mean, kudos to them for actually improving the timing pass for the first time in, I think, 5 years or so. But did they have to do it, A, mid-season, B, without telling anyone, and C, not make it full screen? It's not a full screen thing. I mean, because I've got a PC, it is full screen, but it's not full screen. It's a real pain in the behind to get it working. As Pietro Acosta on the last lap up towards the line. He's P4 at the moment. And it was a 1:37.734, so just down on his overall time. Oh, and that was Pedrosa crashing at turn 2. Front just dipping away from him. Absolutely nothing he could do to come through there. Oh, another one down. That's another track house. And it's Oliveira again. Yes. Turn 13, and he'll run across the track. Not really allowed to do that, to run into the pit lane there and across the live motor circuit. But he's done it. That time cancel for the 6 of Stefan Bradl due to yellow flag. Oh, that was a fast one. It was on entry. Oh, and it rolled him into the gravel as well. So on entry, and the bike just didn't brake, and he goes down, and and it just skates across him as well, and he had no chance stopping. He's rolling before he even reached the gravel, and he's barrel rolled it in, and that bike hitting the air fence quite hard. It's something they've been warned about here this year, the Spanish Grand Prix. They have been warned about exactly how long can we keep racing at this circuit if you're having this amount of dangerous runs, because it's not fully bad, but it is bad to keep on having the attack between it. It's not the safest of circuits. It's not. I wish it was, but it's just not. It's far, far, far from it, unfortunately. As they will continue to bounce around. Just restore the OBS functionality of things. There we go. Lap time cancel for the 10 due to Luca Marini due to track limits as well. So everyone moving around out there on deltas. Oh, good. Okay, nice. This is not looking so bad overall. I don't even think we need to change the lap counters anymore, so it all should just automatically pop into one thing. Okay, and Oliveira's still running down the pit lane, by the way. Oliveira's about halfway down the pit lane, just jogging. Franco Morbidelli's got a good sector time on the deltas. I'll show you on the sectors. There we go. Because we've got Morbidelli, 28.9. Bagnaia, 28.9 as well, but 5.7 because of 7.4. New soft tyres for Viñales, so that'll take a couple of laps to heat up fully. Just please, Dorna, give us this in full screen. Allow us to full screen the information. It's practically the same, just they've rejigged it a little bit. They've given us a tiny bit more information, and we're supposed to go, thank you, master. But there's no rider tracker still. The day we have a rider tracker is the day I'm happy. Not kidding. I want a rider tracker, because that would be absolutely fantastic. Instead of having the blog, we could have the rider tracker all the time. And then in the cases we have two commentators on as well, we'll just adjust that so we can always have the tracker on. But yeah. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Admittedly, it's more of the screen taken up with data, so that's never a bad thing. And it's good, useful data as well, with sector time information as well. But no one else is setting delta times. So everyone else is just being miserable. 1:36.794 is still the fastest time to beat. We're keeping an eye on Maverick Viñales, who's on brand new tyres at the moment. Coming into that end of the first sector. As Pedro Cosca. Oh, hello. It is a 24.135. So they are coming down. Do you see what I mean about wasted space, by the way? About how small the riders' names are, about how massive the text is around it. Shouldn't that be the opposite way around? Easier for us to read, that sort of thing. 14.1. So this is looking very good here from Maverick. Maverick's up by 0.131 of a second at the moment, as you can see on the deltas. So he has got something here. I wonder if it's possible that he could take the full alternative run. Wouldn't surprise me, to be fair, if he had it in him. Now do you see what I mean about the sector times not working? It's like 1 second you get it, 1 second you don't. It's so annoying. There we go. There. So, watch P11. And Maverick goes to the top. Fabulous lap time on brand new soft front and rear tyres for Maverick Viñales. It's a 1:36.482. 0.3 faster than anybody else so far in this session. Good time. Good time. I wonder if that will be adjusted or improved upon or changed upon in the next few minutes. Risky business. That's what they're in. And that 22 minutes remaining, most riders back in the pit lane. That's on the blog below us. This is practice. for the Spanish Grand Prix of MotoGP. Love to see what the lap count is going to be like. I actually can't wait for that. That would be fun to see. Brad Binder still P2. Digi's out on the track, but no one's improving on tyres there. But everyone's taking a bit of a slow lap time here. Look who's in the pit lane. Everyone, quite a lot actually in the pits. Digi's name being too long and not fitting the Q2 graphics just setting me off. Anybody else? So many in the pits with this late, long to go in the session. I'm actually, okay, I'm 90% liking this timing screen. Especially when I zoom in to see it. Just really annoys me. Lap time cancelled for the 73 due to exceeding track limits. I wish the official information was a bit, more present than the other one. At least we've got the weather information on and the track time. That's always something I like. We have it as well in Formula 1, of course, if you join us there. You might remember. So air temperature 20, ground temperature 40, 20% each way. Once Franco Morbidelli cross the line and moves up from 9th. Nope, stays in 9th position, 137.293. So Morbidelli doesn't get the overall best time that we were thinking of. Marc Marquez watching on. I think I just saw Acosta as well. I'm trying to find him on the timing screen. Here is Acosta. Sometimes it's easy to find him on the P5 and in the pit lane. Yeah, I thought I saw Pietro just changing over as well. What is this we're seeing a replay of right now from Dorna? Nothing. Dorna still not having the overall best TV graphics, it seems. They're continuing to push. Morbidelli's up. Look at the sector times. For Morbidelli, P9. Red sectors 1 and sector 2. So he's properly going for it. No, not Siri. Go away. Sector 3 coming up. Ah, he's down. Behind much. 7 thousandths. He's only 7 thousandths of a second down at the moment. That is a impressive run around to find. Maverick Vinales a 136.482. Turns it in again. Gently accelerates back on the power. And Morbidelli goes up to second on a 136.711. Mark needs to get his act together, threw away a potential race-winning quota last time out, now back DNF, says SHG, that's true. 3 wild cards of Danny Pedrosa, Stefan Bradon, Lorenzo Salvadori. Yep, that is true. And Luca Giotto is set to make his IndyCar debut at Barber. Looking forward to seeing how he gets into open wheel racing again, yeah. I apologise for yawning, I've only had 2 hours sleep. Oh, Digi was a little bit wide there. Yeah, I agree. Luca Giotto back in after his F2 races. That's going to be super fun to watch. I know I'm being nitpicky to everybody, but does everybody like what we've got with the timing screens? Are we happy with this for the battle screen? Because this is what you'll see during the normal races, is this screen. As you always do. And in qualifying, we'll have a different one. Because it's not ready yet, but this, because it's still set up for the Circuit of the Americas race, this is what the other screen will look like, just a bit bigger. So we'll adjust that. And then, yeah, this will be the normal race screen. So there's just a few things that need adjusting for a few screens ahead of this weekend. But mainly will be on this one, so why bother changing it? What's really bugging me is the qualifying screen. In fact, should I do that now? I should do that now, shouldn't I? Yeah, I probably should. Hands up, yeah, everyone's still going to say you should do it now, otherwise I'll regret it, and then we're in big trouble. Well, actually, it doesn't need that much, so Yeah, it's not too bad, actually. As they continue to push. We're just in the cooling off period at the moment, for what everyone's wondering why. Because we're not going to have too much running in the next few moments of this session. They're all going to wait to head out onto the circuit, because that will be the key point. The last 10 minutes. What are we in now? 14. Binder, 5th. Will he improve? 3rd. 136.644 with people now coming out of the pit lane. So now we're starting to see the deltas change. Boy, oh boys, it's going to be a fun session. You can feel the electricity rising in the air. You really can. Just, you know anything's possible. You know in the heat of a moment that one mistake, one crucial error, and everything just goes absolutely wrong. And that is what we love about motorcycle racing. It's just absolutely addictive. And I've got, rather surprisingly, everything set up quite quickly for the qualifying battle screen. I didn't expect that. So, again, not fully set up. So give me 1 second. As, everyone's trailblazing everyone coming into this one. It's an unusual weekend, this, isn't it? No one's sort of fighting with each other, but everyone's going like, well, it's my track, it's my track, it's mine. Mine, 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 mine. Pedrosa 16th. Acosta 6th. Acosta nearly runs into the back of Pedrosa down turn 1. So both the same bikes not going wrong, and Acosta apologising there. So a little bit of a preview. This will be what our qualifying screen looks like from now on, ahead into tomorrow. So this will be our qualifying for Q1 and Q2, top 12 in each. Hope you enjoy it. And then this is our normal screen that we're using for today, because this is where things are heating up. Look at Jorge Martin coming across it. Binder stays in 3rd position, doesn't improve too much. Martin, right to the top. Much better improvement time from him on a 136.435. That was his fastest time of the session. No one else improving on deltas. Let's take a quick look at that fastest times overall. They are improving, and they are having the overall gaps between them have it run away with them. Huh. So, top 10 now consists of Martin, Vinales, Digiturnio, Binder, Morbidelli, Aleix Spargo, Acosta, Marc Marquez, Bezecchi, and Alex Marquez. Interesting. Great screen, thanks for sharing. No problem at all. We're just trying to get everything sorted because they've changed it today. Brand new. Vinales outside bet for the championship. I agree. I genuinely think he could do. Augusto Fernandez improves up to 17th position. Let's get these sector times on. That's what we need to see, because everyone's turning red, red, red. Oh, no! And that's a KTM down, and it is Mark... Hang on a minute. That's not Marc Marquez. It's not Pedrosa either. Which one's down? Pedrosa's saying he's in the pit lane. Can't be him. It's Jack Miller. Jack Attack's crashed. Where? I don't know, but he was up and walking away quite quickly. Here's Marc Marquez. He hasn't crashed. Red sector times across it bar sector 2. And now the top 10 are about to erupt with change. Marc Marquez jumps to 5th. 136.702. Binder into the pit lane. Mark's had his lap time cancelled for yellow flags. The same for Bagnaia. So everyone having their lap times deleted by the stewards. That's just unfair. Bastianini 2nd. Vinales going to look like they're going to improve it as well. And Vinales does. Stellar lap time from him. 136.125. That puts Vinales to P1. Marc Marquez improving that first sector. So's Bagnaia. Red sectors across the board. And I'm going to stand up because this is where the information gets important. Alex Marquez looking strong. I think we've got a new lap record from Maverick Vinales. I'm just hearing from Gavin Emmett in my ears on the TNTs. 136.125 could be a new all-time record. Interesting if that's true. Trying to confirm it. Yeah, not being confirmed at the moment. Marc Marquez still not fastest in that middle sector. Neither's Bagnaia, though. Bezzecchi is, though. He's remaining remarkably consistent. Up to the line. Gives it the welly. And wants the times from everybody to come through. 9 minutes to go. Not long lap here. 1 minute 36 max. Marc goes 5th. Bagnaia 2nd. Timing screens can't keep up. Viñales, Bagnaia, Bezzecchi. Great job from Bastianini, actually. Stays inside the top 5, but pushes Marc Marquez down to 6th position. So there is differences, and there are improvements coming. Oh, look at that from Alex Marquez. Red sector 3 for him. Do you know, maybe I should thank MotoGP because they're actually playing ball for once, but giving us the sector times in a nice little column, not spread out, so that we can have them on the main screen for these end-of-moment sessions. Yeah, not bad actually, is it? It's improving our coverage. I should be saying thank you. Alex Marquez up by 44 thousandths in sector 3. So 28.738. Here he comes up towards the line. His dad watching on as well. Cross fingers as well from siblings and partners. Alex goes 6th, 136.539. An improvement there for him. 8 minutes to go. And I think we're into that little lull now in the session where not many people will head out to the circuit. Not many people want to find things either. Just a reminder, we've got IndyCar coming your way later on this evening at 8:40 British summer time. Tomorrow, busy day. We've got Formula E. Jess Ball will be taking you through. She's leading the coverage this weekend. I'm taking a step back as I'll focus on MotoGP and also the British Touring Car Championship. Sunday, no Moto2 or Moto3 live, but MotoGP will be live. The Premier Class live all weekend here. And we will be coming to you from Donington Park for the Grand Prix coverage. Megan will be here in the box. I'll be at Donington Park with a headset commentating, because I'll be doing the British Touring Cars from trackside, but I'm doing MotoGP from there as well. First a few times I'm going to be doing that. I think the Japanese Grand Prix as well, I'll be doing a similar feat from commentating trackside. Well, commentating from a hotel room, actually, for that one. Believe it or not. That is going to be a weird weekend to do the Japanese Grand Prix from a hotel room. They're semi-soundproofed anyway. Should be fine. Marc Marquez watching, just making sure it's all safe. Let's take a replay from Bagnaia. First sector delta's not looking too strong. And yeah, we are into that lull period, so let's take a look then at how the best lap times stand. Okay, looking at that, I love it a little bit more. It looks so colourful now. I don't know. I think it fits. I think it does. Although there's no point in having the photograph anymore that's behind. There isn't. With all the action that we have these days, I don't think there's any point in having the photograph behind, so we might create like a static image for everything. Oh, I haven't done the battle screen. Oh, that's easily done. To get that battle screen sorted. A lot of action going on at the moment. My God, it's actually... Okay, it's harder than I thought to do the battle screen. There we go. My word, it's... Oh dear. Not going to look too super duper, this one. Let's have a look-sees. Might need improving, but let's take a look and show you. Here's the full screen. So that's the full battle screen. That's the new timings, everyone, for this year. Probably could zoom it in a little bit, but that's what we've got. That's the new data screen that everyone has been fussing about this weekend. That's it in full. Sorted. Might I might try and zoom it in a little bit more later. But yeah, no one's setting improved deltas on the board. And here we can just splice the same information in anyway, so there's no difference now. You want sectors? Bang, sectors. So 136.125, that's the one to beat. 5 minutes to go this, well, 4.5 minutes to go this session, let's be fair. And it's starting to get a little bit close, a little bit more vulnerable. Who's going to have the deltas to run with it? Who's going to be the ones that get into Q2 automatically? Who has to go through Q1? Acosta's getting a bit argy-bargy here. One of the track houses gets out of the way. We're getting ready for the sectors, so we'll open that up. And here we go. Decide the running order. For qualifying 1 and 2, the red sector's coming alive. Brad Binder with a 23.894. Second sector 14.091. Aleix Spargo. Second sector 14.118. No one else improving on the deltas at a time I can see. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Danny Pedrosa, second sector 14.115. First sector was a 24.4, so pretty much level. Oops. Oh, no, I knew it. The crasher, and that is Brad Binder. Binder has gone down after setting the fastest first 2 sectors. He's crashed in sector 3, and that's going to spoil everybody else's lap time with 3 minutes 20 to go. He can't believe it's down in turn 7, so it's after the dry sack hairpin. It's coming in where we saw a few accidents in the past at this part because it changes back across it. So it's through the wine section of the circuit as well. Whew. 3 minutes to go, and that yellow's now affected everybody's lap time. Because everyone's gone through sector 3. We all went out together. So this is dry sack, or the Pedrosa hairpin, turn 6. Not fine there. Lap time cancel for the 26. Lap time cancel for the 88. Due to yellow flags. Yeah. That's the, and the 21, the 1, the 72, the 31, the 5, all cancelled for the running off track. You're not going to get away this time. Oh, and here's another one. 89, 20, 49, 43, 23, 42, 37, 25, 73, 36. So many lap times getting counted. I've never seen the timing screen. I've never seen the time screen like this before, but it lit up. And the 93 as well. So everyone had their last lap time cancelled by the stewards for Brad Binder's crash. Hope that helps. Run it down again. Bagnaia. Stronger. Aleix Spargo up to 5th. Aleix Spargo does a 1:36.446. Bagnaia, second fastest, finding some deltas. And Acosta not looking too bad, but at the moment, Morbidelli, Acosta, Rins, Miller, Carraro, same old, but nearly all, well, yeah, all of the KTMs are facing the chopping block here. Binder's in 10th, but he's on the cusp of not being allowed in and has just crashed. So Binder might get blocked out here. If all the KTMs have to go through Q1, my money's still on Pedro Acosta. After that, my money will be on Danny Pedrosa. Can they all go through? Less than a minute to go. Across the line, Bagnaia, top, 1:36.025. Bezzecchi, 1:36.364 goes third. Acosta, 1:36.439 goes 5th. But Marc Marquez is a man on a mission. 3 tenths faster in the combined sector time so far. Marc is on fire as he comes out the last corner. The Lorenzo hairpin boots it up towards the line. Is Marc Marquez got anything left across that ball on that Grassini? And it's only 3rd, but it's good enough. 1:36.168 for Marc Marquez. Brilliant improvement there to have the deltas. Bagnaia still at 1:36.025. Can and will change. 7 checkered flags coming out. So the checkered flag is out now for the 1 hour of practice. Marc Marquez, 24.006. He's got the first one. 23.894. Oh, hang on a minute. That was Binder's. Cancel Binder. Don't count Binder. He crashed. Mark's up, but dropped a lot in the second sector. Aleix Espargaro. He's taken the checkered flag and has gone into P7. So Aleix confirms his order on the board. Dani Pedrosa trying to get through the top 10. Locked in so far. Flags are out. Pedrosa 14th only, 136.944. He'll have to go through Q1. Marc Marquez, he's safe enough. Vinales is 2. Alex Marquez in 10th, might find a little bit of pressure. He's on the limit, I can say that right now. Marc controlling, sliding through, back on the power. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Oh, it's a mess in the last corner. That was Acosta getting chopped off by the 36 of Joan Mir. All factory KTMs get into QT automatically. At the moment, Acosta goes through. Binder's out at the moment. So Binder's out, Miller's out, Pedrosa's out, and so is Augusto Fernandez. So only Pedro Acosta get through, yeah. All factory KTMs didn't get in. That's what you say. Yeah, you're right. And it's a new lap record, 136.025. Bagnaia sets a new lap record. The factory, all three, I now see your point, SHT. All three factory KTMs didn't get through. But remember, everyone out there is on the factory bike because so is Acosta and Augusto Fernandez. So Acosta got through on the gas, again in P6. Not a bad delta. Hard tyre for Fabio Quartararo, by the way, and he crashed, remember, down in 20th. How many laps did he do in total? 24. Hang on. 23 that's counted back to. Not bad at all. Right, here's the best delta times then. And here's the best, the complete running order for the race results. Everyone's finished their sessions now and taken the checkered flag. Brad's crashed on track, remember, so he won't take that flag. Acosta needs to get into that actual factory KTM bike. Well, he's on the factory bike, but I know what I mean. He needs to be in the factory team. I agree there. He's wasted on the gas. They need to get him into that factory KTM team, but it is the factory bike. Wunderkind is looking fantastic, isn't it? Oh, he ran into the gravel at one. I thought he went off. Yeah, I did think he went off. No yellows there. And everyone was compromised on their lap time there. Jerez is such a small, tight circuit for motorcycle racing. It's not really been the most that we were expecting. No disrespect to Jack Attack, but his recent performance hasn't been great. No, it hasn't. Needs improvement. Binder needs improvement. The pair of them need improvement. In fact, Pedrosa is right on the back of them, and he's injured. Interesting run, isn't it? From practice here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Okay, let's go through the running order then. It is in total here. It's Bagnaia, Vinales, Marc Marquez, Bezzecchi, Martin, Acosta, Aleix Espargaro, Bastianini, and Di Giannantonio and Alex Marquez. They automatically will go through to Q2. Having to go through Q1, that takes us with Binder. He was in 11th, alongside Morbidelli, Miller, Pedrosa, Rins, Nakagami, Raul Fernandez, Zarco, Oliveira, Quartararo, Mir, Augusto Fernandez, Bradle, Marini, and Salvadori. Having to go through as well. Session officially finished from the Spanish Grand Prix. What a session. And what a lineup we have for tomorrow in qualifying. All live here on JB Motorsports. The whole weekend for MotoGP. Sunday, only MotoGP will be live. Moto2 and Moto3 is delayed. As we see, that was a nasty accident through turn 7 for Brad Binder. Mid-corner, the front just dipped away from him, and he just rolled in that gravel. So, we'll be back for IndyCar later on tonight. If you want to tune in as well, IndyCar Radio will be talking us through the action, and we'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, for Formula E and free practice 2, followed then by the qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix of MotoGP. Thanks for your company. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.